In 2025, researchers studying the brains of aging cats with dementia uncovered a discovery both sobering and profound. They found that amyloid beta, the same toxic protein central to Alzheimer's disease in humans, collects at feline synapses, the tiny bridges between neurons where memory and thought are carried. Glial cells, normally caretakers of the brain, were seen pruning these synapses away, unraveling the connections that hold memory together. This means that the decline of memory in cats mirrors, with startling fidelity, the decline in humans. The domestic cat, long a creature of myth, symbol, and poetry, has become a natural model for understanding the mystery of forgetting. The reflections that follow are arranged as a mosaic. Each fragment pairs a scientific finding with a mythological or literary voice, and then with a meditation on what this means for both cats and ourselves. Science dissects, myth remembers, poetry laments. Together they offer a many-voiced elegy for memory itself. Part 1. The science amyloid beta gathers at the synapse, clogging the delicate bridge where one neuron speaks to another. Glial cells, once caretakers, now prune too deeply, erasing the connections of memory. The myth, thrice the brinded cat, hath mewed. Macbeth, the cat as omen, signalling the work of witches. The reflection. What witches were imagined to do with spells, the brain does with biology, casting forgetfulness across the mind. The cat that once marked mystery now becomes its vessel. Part 2. The science post-mortem brains of aging cats reveal the same toxic patterns seen in Alzheimer's disease. Amyloid stones, tangled threads of tau, synapses thinned to silence. The myth Freyja's chariot, drawn by two great cats, once raced across the sky to bless harvests. In old age their paws falter, the harness slips. The reflection. When memory thins, even God's companions stumble. What Freyja's cats lose in myth, ours lose in flesh, the power to guide, to guard, to remember. Part 3. The science researchers note that cats with dementia wander, forget litter boxes, cry in the night. Behavioural echoes of the cognitive fog their neurons record. The myth T.S. Eliot. But above and beyond, there's still one name left over. The name that no human research can discover. But the cat himself knows, and will never confess. The reflection. The saddest moment is not when the cat with dementia forgets our name, it is when he forgets his own. Eliot's secret name, ineffable and proud, slips unspoken into air. Part 4. The science. The brain forgets, but the body remembers. Cats with dementia still curl into familiar hands, still purr at touch, long after synapses have failed. The myth from Islamic tradition. Muhammad cut his sleeve rather than disturb his cat, Muezza, sleeping in peace. The reflection. Even when memory falters, love remains. Perhaps this is the last tether, that the warmth of a body and hand can speak where synapses fall silent. Part 5. The science. The researchers call cats a natural model for dementia, one species' decline illuminating another's, a shared fate across fur and skin. The myth Hamlet. Let the cat mew, and dog will have his day. The reflection. Yes, the cat mews, softer now, each sound fading. But, in its lament, we hear our own future. Their forgetting is ours, foretold in whiskers and synapses alike. Closing mosaic, science dissects, myth explains, poetry laments. Together they assemble a broken mirror, cats who forget, humans who watch, and a memory that vanishes yet leaves behind a trace, a name, a mew, enough to be remembered. If this mosaic of science and myth moved you, let the memory live on. Like, share, and subscribe so others can join in remembering. For just as cats hold their secret names, our shared stories hold us, even when memory itself begins to fade.